Okay, good evening, all of you. We'll discuss the resolving power of a instruments. In that, I'll start first with this basic picture. So if you look at this picture here, the right hand side one, what you have is called like a poor resolution image here. So can we measure the number of petals in this? Number of petals in this? So not possible. So what about this? Here I'm able to measure the number of petals very easily. So this having good resolution, this having a poor resolution. So here is like a, don't say high. Okay, no problem. You can say high resolution image. High resolution image, poor resolution image, that one. Now, what is the problem? Yes, the problem is that, so there's a difference between instruments. Then how do such, this instrument is manufactured? And what about the problem? So that is what we are going to learn here. Okay, got the idea? So even it happens with our human eye also. I'll give later on examples. So there's a one thing. Okay, I have few more, still more clearly. Okay, I took my kid's photo only. You can see now. Look at this particular thing. So this is some 64 megapixel with camera. This is with so like around 24 or 20 megapixel camera. What is the difference? Like why 64 megapixel given nowadays? Lot of advertisement is there, no? So you do one thing. The image, no? I can you can see like this. Are you able to see the clarity now? Still, of course, you can't count the eyelids. How many aids are there? Still, you have to go for. Still, you have to go for still more better camera, that one. If you want to count the eyelids also. Okay, I think I have camera like this here. This is the thing. Okay, both are my kids. Huh? Okay, then look at this one. This I took from 20 megapixel camera. 20 megapixel camera. I think it's not good, no? So can you say that where are eyes? I think with great difficulty you can say that somewhere here the eyes are there. Somewhere here eyes are there. So now what is the problem is, this is for us, okay. So, okay, now for me, no problem. Okay, my kids are there, that one. But professional photographer, this matters a lot. The left one is what they prefer, not the right one. Okay, clear this one? The resolution becomes very, very important. So magnification, see, I'm able to magnify both. It's not that I'm not magnifying. Okay, now what I did? I did magnify. You can see the clarity now here. So what about here? Here also I'll magnify it. Yeah, we'll look at his eyes. Nothing, no. So tell me, like, than magnifying power, what will become important? The resolution, no? Better say blurred, no? Shall I use word blurred? Locally using language, we say blurred, image is blurred. Clear this one. Technically, we say that it's a low resolution image. So will you prefer cameras which will take image of like this? No, at least, okay, this is better, this is better, this is better, this is better. Then compared to the right hand side, this is in fact far more better. The reason for that, the resolution. So are you getting no 64 megapixel? What do you mean by that is like in a 1 centimeter, those many megapixels, what happened, the dots, what happened, the light reflected by the object, what happened, will be captured by the lens, by the camera, that one. So in a 1 centimeter, how many megapixels are there? So we like this, we divide how much information particular the instrument is able to capture, the more resolution it will be. Okay, and have old pictures are some around say like 1990s, 1980s. If you see, then they'll be off like this. Of course, there was some. So the images will be off like this. Only when you keep far away, little bit, okay, it'll appear that one. So as our technology got improved, we are going for high resolution images. Nowadays, I think if you go for Canon digital camera, they're having around some 240 megapixel digital cameras, and polarizers we should use. So combination of polarizers, then the resolution enhancers, what happen? We have to take a photograph. So digital photography is a very complicated one. It's not that easy. So you want to be photographer, you must be very good in these optics. Just like, sir, I'm very much interested. Your interest, what matters? You must know the science behind the photography. Like that, you can't become photograph. You should really take photograph, compare like this. Then only you become professional photographer. So everywhere I'm telling this one, science is involved. Without that science, no use. That one. Okay, this is the biggest problem. Okay, now let's directly come to the our human eye. This also we see it. I think you can just take any the content which is there. Are you able to read something? So why you are unable to read? Because you are unable to resolve. Okay, fine. So you are unable to resolve. That's all. That's the only reason what we can put. I think I'll come out of this camera. Yeah. Now you can see that. I think inverted. Are you able to read? There's a problem is there, no? Maybe something's exercise B you are able to read. Is it inverted? I think this is correct. Yeah. Exercise B. Are you able to see this? Now inverted. Oh. Now are you able to real? Is it erect or inverted?
Inverted, sir.
Inverted. Oh, I'm ulta. Okay, fine. Now are you able to say like a exercise B? Exercise B. Can you read? You can't read. What is the problem? So I think, shall I suggest you that you go to optician, check your eyes. Check your eyes. You may start thinking, so some high problem is there. Or you may say that, no, sir, like your laptop problem is there. No, there is no problem with the camera in the laptop or your eye problem. The problem is like this is the object. That one. I'm keeping nearby it as you are able to resolve. You are able to resolve. So as I move away, you are unable to resolve. So that how to explain this phenomena? How to explain this particular phenomena? Huh? So let me go for. So let me directly come into the concept. Are you able to see the two dots? I think everyone is able to see the dots, no? So we'll take the dot, we'll give name O1, O2. Please don't try to talk. Huh? Okay, now this is O1 and O2. No, I think two dots you are able to visualize. Yes. Everyone says yes, sir. We are able to visualize the two dots. Now, as I move away, I think, okay, still you are able to see. Now you are unable to see the dots. Or the dot may appear as one single dot here. So since the distance, the size of dots here, now I'll make it. Which pair of dots, what happened, is able to, I think now you can see the first, I wrote number one, no? One, the first pair you are able to visualize, you are able to resolve. Shall I use word resolve? You are able to say that as there are two dots are there. What about the second one? Okay, sir. The third pair, what when you are saying that there is no only one dot. Okay, now I'll bring it. Then definitely you can select, so all three pairs, there are two dots are there. So let's go for the third pair of the third pair. At certain distance open, though there are two dots are there, no, but it will appear as only one dot. What is the problem? The eye is unable to resolve. But sir, at the same time, I'm able to resolve this one, and the eye is able to resolve. So what is the reason? I'm able to resolve the first pair, I'm unable to resolve the third pair. I think if you can accept this question, I'm able to resolve the first pair, I'm unable to resolve the third pair. The third pair, though there are two dots there, they'll appear as the one. Tell me, like, the moment it comes, I am doing anything, nothing, no? The distance between dots, did I'm changing? No, the distance between your eye and the object or this particular dots, it is varying. So at one particular distance, you are unable to resolve it. Okay, this is what we have to give explanation. Why I am unable to resolve it? Okay, let's start this one. So the basic, this called like a Rayleigh criteria. So according to Rayleigh criteria, the 2-point objects you are able to resolve only when the first minima lies at the just wait. Yeah, I'll draw the diagram first, then I'll put the sentence. Let me draw this diagram so that it'll be easy for me to explain. Okay, look at this particular thing. So there's a object one or object. Okay, there's a black color, no? Due to O1 or source will write it. In books they're given O1 or O2. Source or object, anything you can put it due to object O2. So when you are able to resolve the overlap, I think practically how it will be practical, I think in between red, I should not show only, I think I should go for, I should go for a resultant one. So practically what happened, this will be the separation between the two objects. I'm able to resolve that one. So when according to Rayleigh criteria, what it says like when the maxima of one diffraction pattern lies at the minimum of the other diffraction pattern. That's a minimum is telling. Then what happens? We are able to resolve those two objects. But practically, I think the superposition, if you take it, no, I should not show this in between. Is it okay? The resultant pattern will be somewhere here like this. It should be like this. Okay, I'm not showing that resultant. Then I'll bring them a little bit closer. We'll go for here only. Now, what about this? These two objects are closer. That's why we are unable to resolve it. Sir, what happens if the patterns are far away? I think I have to, I'll give one more here only. Let me show everything in one diagram. Okay, there's a thing. So last one. Why that minimum word is what I have to justify that. That's why I'm taking this one. And the last one. Both will overlap. I think I can't, or at least. To show that they will overlap, I'm just putting like this here. No. So what about here? Here the objects are here. There is only one object, both O1, O2. We have everything in front of you. So minimum, at least worst case, what shall I prefer? So this one. There's a best. There's a best one. Okay, good. If your instrument is able to tell that there are two objects, there's a best. What about this? Though there are two objects are there, we feel that it's only one object. What about this? This is a minimum. So what Rayleigh criteria says, if the maximum of the diffraction pattern, the maximum of the diffraction pattern of the second object, if it lies at the minima of the diffraction pattern of the first object. Okay, there's a worst case. Okay, anyway, we are able to resolve. The I is able to resolve. Now, what about here? The I is unable to resolve. I say still there are only one object is there, or say like a unresolved. Okay, so like a, this is just resolved. Unresolved. This is clearly resolved. Get the idea? So this one. So shall I put this one? So for two objects to be resolved, what is the required thing? The maximum of the diffraction, the maximum of diffraction pattern of the second object should lie at the minimum of the first diffraction object. Diffraction pattern of the first object. There's a minimum condition. Just resolved. Okay, there's a thing. At least if it is that, as we can say, there are two objects are there. Okay, you can do one thing, two dots you draw just now as shown. No? As you move away, what happens? The two dots will appear for you as one object. So few more. Okay, what I have shown on paper, no? I'll just put in the form of diagram. If there are two flowers are there. And the person is able to weave it. So here is a person. I think. I'll draw gentle because lady again lot of Now the person, what happened, is able to see that one. So now what he says is at a distance x. They are separated by distance. I'm not going to change it. Is at a distance say x1. So if you ask him, so what he says that. So so how is so what is his vision? His vision says that there are two flowers are there. Okay, I'll first draw them. So what will go on in his mind? In his mind, what will say that there are two flowers are there. We'll just. Okay, not something any this one. I wanted to. So what he says two flowers. Now what happened? Let everything be same. I will move the position of person. I'll move the position of person. I'll move the position of person. So what this person, this person will be. What it says, so what this comment? Two flowers, I'm seeing two flowers. Then what will be comment? I'm seeing one flower. So what is the problem? Is it really, how many flowers are there? Flower one, flower two, no? But he's saying that only one flower I'm seeing. Sir, what is this? What you are saying? Is in fact, at particular thing. So what is the problem? The eye is unable to resolve. That's the only reason. Nothing happened. It's not like there are two flowers. One flower is kept it. You see in the diagram, the left part, there are two flowers are there. As you start moving away, then what he says, I'm unable to resolve. Or say like he says, there is only one flower. This you have to experiment because you can't say like, sir, prove this. What to prove? Just now I shown two dots, no? Okay, that one. Or you can do one thing, two lines you draw it. You keep it on paper and start moving away from paper at certain distance. Again, don't draw far away. Then you have to move far away. So draw it like this, or you can do that in mobile itself. Now I'm drawing it. As you start moving away from this screen, it will appear one line for you. What is the problem? You are unable to resolve. So there was only one line. No, as you start approaching it, you can see one line. All of you, if you can say S, I'll write the formulas, topic will get over. Fine. This is okay. Okay, now I'll continue now. Okay, now like this, there is a problem is there with the what we have, the optical instruments also. If you use telescope, you are unable to see the far away objects here. So therefore, first we'll define the resolving resolution limit. Okay, I'll start with the telescope. Limit of resolution. The smallest angular separation between two distant objects whose images can be just resolved by a telescope. It's called a limit of resolution. So I directly say, what is this d theta? 1.22 lambda by capital D. What is D? No. What is lambda? Lambda is the wavelength of the light emitted by the star. Usually telescope, what we use to view the distant stars. And what is the D? D is the aperture. Lambda is the wavelength of light emitted by objects. And what is capital D? Capital D is the aperture of the lens or diameter of the object. Better let me write here. Diameter of objective lens of telescope. It directly depends on that limit of resolution. And the reciprocal of this is called as resolving power. So resolving power, the symbol is RP. There is no any specific symbol. Let me just introduce resolving power P. So this is equal to 1 by d theta. And this will become d by 1.22 lambda. From where this is brought here, you just go back to the diffraction phenomena. We had a slit. Okay, fine. So I think we used to discuss some theory we have discussed. No, it is like this here. Can you remember all this? This one. This is the width of the slit, D. If it is if the rectangular slit, so what is this angular separation? I'll show that D here. So nothing new. The same old thing is what I'm putting one thing. So what is this theta? We used to write lambda by D, no? If it is a circular slit, it will become 1.22 lambda by D. If the rectangular slit, it will be lambda by D. Can you recollect? If the rectangular slit, if the circular hole it is, circular slit it is, then D is what? The diameter of the slit, circular hole. Then what happened? We introduce this as 1.22. This called like a limit of resolution. From here is what I'm bringing. So now you can ask questions, sir, from where you're bringing it here. The reason for this, why I'm directly writing 1.22 lambda, the limit of resolution. So you have to ask this one best question for a teacher. So actually, if you see the telescope, the objective lens of telescope will be like a slit, because what all the light emitted by the distant stars, they should pass through the objective lens of a telescope. So the objective will be like a slit. And what is the diameter of the slit? That is what the capital D is what I'm writing. In place of small d, that capital D is what we are writing it here. So what is actually the telescope lens? If there's a telescope lens, I'm trying to give more theoretical information, because in books we have less diagrams. You find very difficult. That's why I'm just trying to give more diagrams, so they'll be easy for you. Now, what is this red color, blue color? They are the rays emitted from the distant stars. Light, the star one. There's a light. Start to. So the eye which is present here, and there's an objective of the objective lens. Then how the pattern, diffraction pattern, it will be. The minima, okay, the ear should be maxima, should be there, no? Okay, look at this. So where at this one. So then what happened? The eye will be presented actually in on the retina of the eye is what I'm talking about here. Light from start to. Then this is the peaks. So I'm able to see that the maxima of the first star lies at the minimum of the second star. I'm able to resolve. The eye is able to resolve. So when the telescope produces the two diffraction patterns which are of this kind. And what is one more thing? The diffraction, what happened? Maximas, secondary maxima, minima should not be there, no? Will I agree, all of you? One more criteria. Otherwise, what happened? How the moon will appear? The moon will appear if there's a moon. If there's a moon, so along with this, what you'll get? You'll get a bright alternate dark, bright and dark this year. So what is that reason for that? What is the reason we have to give? We have to give reason that this is due to the diffraction or secondary maximus minimus. Tell me like what I should do. I should increase the diameter of the width of the slit. No? The moon, this is actually the moon. What are these rings? Alternate bright and dark rings. This is due to diffraction, secondary maxima minima. So if you increase the width of slit, they'll get eliminated. Then we'll get only central bright disk. So is this, if the pattern arrives like this, no? So it'll be very difficult, no? Suppose say like if you make observation of two distant stars, actually these two distant stars are there, no? I'll change the diagram. I'll explain according to that. Black color is needed. Overlapping, I think not possible. Let me try. It's minima, it should come at minimum, no? Any of possible diagrams they can ask you. Okay, now the eye is able to say that telescope is very good, is able to, but what is the problem? These are secondary maximum minimas. What are these? Getting this one. So this should be unweighted. So what all telescope should do? You should see that the image formed by the two distant stars, Olaben, there should be only central bright disk of the two stars and it should be that one. So what is, there's a one main minimum thing. And will you agree this two stars appearing? I think it will be very difficult, no? So therefore what happened? Even the telescope should see that this should be eliminated. What I should do? I should go for the aperture. I should increase the diameter of the telescope here, objective lens. Then what happen? Even this will get eliminated. Then what if I get only the two stars here? If I get only two stars like this, so this is the preferred one. So they may test you with questions of these kind of, you have to be very careful. Okay. No. So definitely what you can select, it's a good telescope. Now two telescopes are there. Telescope one will produce this, telescope two will produce. Tell me which one you prefer. You prefer this one. Now there is another set of telescope is there. As of course, there is no diffraction pattern because the secondary maximum minima are eliminated. But what is the problem is like, oh, so sorry. No, what is the problem with this? So among these three, which one you prefer? There's a very best telescope, no? This one. Ray optics is not valid. What about here? It's good telescope, but resolving power is very poor. Very good telescope, high resolving power, and no diffraction effects. Sure, I'll put comments here. High resolution, I know. Diffraction effects. Then what about here? Poor resolution, I know diffraction effects. What about this? Just resolved, but having diffraction effects. Tell me what all criteria you have to satisfy. What all criteria? It should have high resolution and no diffraction effects. Because of diffraction, maximum minima will come. So this is the condition for telescope is what we should design. Okay, why 1.22 lambda I brought it? Yes, it's able to resolve. So the reason, okay, justified. Why 1.22? If it were a rectangle, if the telescope, what I'm using, if it were of a rectangular shape, then this 1.22 will not come. This 1.22 will not come. Okay, able to get this one. If I use the telescope of this kind, I'll bring the diagrams here. It'll be easier. So there's a telescope. So there's a circular aperture. So what is the limit of resolving power will be? Resolving power will be D by 1.22 lambda. What is D? This one. Then I have another telescope where the length will be of like this. Then resolving power will become how much? D by lambda only. Or limit of resolution will be 1.22 will not come. The reason is the aperture. Circular aperture 1.22 will come. Rectangular slit. So the objective, there's an objective lens. The objective lens will be like a slit. Not the eyepiece, the objective lens. That's why the 1.22 is brought here. Okay, still I think most of you say like, why that, still that formula? What is the meaning of that? Okay, this is what I put it like this. So there should be the criteria for the objective lens. It should be able to resolve. If it makes the two patterns overlap, then what happens? The telescope is unable to form two distinct images. The meaning of that. So directly let's go for one numerical so that it'll be easy for us. I'll start with a simple microscope, also like a human eye. What is the minimum distance between two objects kept 1 kilometer away so that a human eye, what is the diameter of human eye? 2 millimeter will take, can view can view them as separate. Okay, now the human eye is very sensitive for wavelength. How much? 5,000 angstroms. I think this you may have to remember. Sometimes in exam they didn't give. So it is assumed that the human eye is sensitive for 5,000 angstroms. So therefore that has to be taken granted. So first we'll calculate what is the limit of resolution. 1.22 lambda by capital D. So this is equal to how much? 1.22 5 into 5,000 into 10 to the power of minus 10 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So this will become how much? 0.305 10 to the power of 5 radian. Okay, what is this? There are two objects are there. It's asking what is that minimum distance separation. So this is asking. And there's a distance given. How much it is? He'll get confused. So we'll use symbol. This I'll write y. This will be x. This is what the theta, and the human eye is here. So what is d theta? We have formula here. So this d theta should be equal to y by x. So d theta, we know it's substitute. So this will be 0.305 into 10 to the power of minus 3 y by, this is x. So x is how much it is? 1 kilometer. So what is y? 0.305 meter or 30.5 centimeter. Okay, two objects, if they are separated by distance of 30.5 centimeter, and if you are viewing it from 1 kilometer, you are going to say yes, the two objects are. Just you make it this 1.1 kilometer. Then you say that there's only one object. The what human eye says? 2 point objects I'm able to see. Just able to see. I am just able to see. You ask him that one. So if the person moves towards left 0.09, this is clearly I'm able to see. Then if he moves, if he makes distance 1.1 or 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, then also like only one object. But there are two objects are then, but he says I'm seeing only one object here. So got this, no? What is that d theta? What is d now? The capital D is the diameter of the human eye. I'm unable to show that clearly. So you're supposed to assume that one here. Why that 1.22 has come? Because the human eye will behave like a slit in YDSC. And why we have brought it d theta 1.22 only? Because for what should be the diffraction pattern, if you look at the d theta, it should become equal to 1.22 lambda by capital D only. From Rayleigh's criteria is what I'm directly writing this equation. Agreed, all of you? In the YDSC, it was lambda by small d. For circular slit, it will become 1.22 lambda by small d, that one. So here small d is what? The diameter of the human eye. Okay, this from human eye, we'll extend this to what? Like telescope now. We'll go for telescope. So when you're purchasing mobile, what you should do? When you're purchasing mobile, what you should do? You should take photographs of distant object. Then what you should do is you should magnify it. You should increase the size. Still, as you keep on increase, still if you are able to see the objects clearly, then it's a good mobile. Okay, good camera, it is there. Do we really test like that? It's at least now you know it. So when you're purchasing mobile, now if he claims that it's having 64, 100 megapixel, you should test it. There's a method of testing that one. When you measure it, when you purchase digital camera or anything, no, even the television also, how you have to buy. Therefore, that one, as you move away from the screen, still if you are able to see, if you are able to, so what you should do better, the new scroll will come, no, that one. And as you move away from it, if you are able to see, then it's having a good resolution. And you have to purchase it. So though you are near to it, you are unable to see the new scrolling, then it's having a poor resolution, goodbye to it. Calculate the separation of 2 points on moon which can be resolved using 600 centimeter telescope. So given the distance from the earth, I'll write only, this is S, that one. So this is 3.8 into 10 to power of 8 meter. This is the distance of the, from the earth to the moon. And then lambda, this is equal to 5.5 into 10 to power of, he has given instead of this, he has given in centimeter. The mean distance from the earth to the moon. Okay, now there's a moon. Now I'm trying to generate some diagram. These are the two objects are there. And that will be viewed by a telescope. Which is kept on a earth. So this distance is what he has given. What will be the minimum separation? For that, what we have, the diameter of the telescope. How we have to do? So this is d theta, no? The limit of resolution. So therefore, write like this here. What is d theta? 10 y by s. So y equal to s d theta. And what is the limit of resolution for telescope? 1.22 lambda by this, you call it as d, or capital D you make it. Substitute all this, you'll get the distance. So this will be around 42.49. If the two objects on the moon, if they are separated by this much of distance, you are able to view that using telescope. You are going to say, yes, I'm able to see it clearly. Getting the idea? This is, okay, now we'll go for the simple microscope. Resolving power of simple microscope here. For simple microscope, from NCERT book only it is there. So I just picked up the discussion from there only. But we don't have any much numericals on it. I don't know why they have missed it. The discussion is not systematic even in NCERT book. Okay, there's an object, or this is some insect. It will subtend an angle, say phi, and there's a medium. If this medium is air, then you are going to put mu equal to 1. There's some liquid you can call it, or say medium. Its refractive index is mu. The diameter of the lens is capital D. Okay, we'll use same symbol, and there's a lens. I think there's only one lens will become simple microscope, no? Okay, fine, this one. So the limit, the resolving limit. So here limit of resolution, we define it as dx is equal to 1.22 lambda 2 mu sine phi. What is the phi? Half cone angle subtended by the object at the lens. And what is the lambda? Wavelength of the light emitted by the object. So I think all objects what happen will not be self-luminous. Then what we do? We illuminate it from the background. Or the white light which is reflected by the object, that will become lambda. So what is lambda now? Lambda is the wavelength of light emitted, or better say, or so let it be emitted only. So how do it can emit? It cannot emit on its own. So I'll eliminate it. Wavelength of light emitted by object. What is mu? Refractive index of medium Ri of medium between object and lens. Sir, if there is no medium, if it is air, then you're going to put mu equal to 1. Like this, the distance, there's the smallest distance of separation between the two objects which you can see from the simple microscope. Okay, this d theta, here we're bringing dx here, the limit of resolution. Means earlier you are unable to see, now with the help of this you can see it with the help of this lens, because it will increase the viewing angle. Okay, well, so like we are not understanding what you are saying. Okay, I'll give one diagram. If this is a lens, you have kept it two objects. I'll take like this. You have kept it two objects here. Then what happens? This lens will form an image, and that image will be seen by the eye. That image will be seen by the eye. So when that particular, and the separation between them is like a dx dash. When this particular lens can resolve it, when dx is less than dx, so dx of what depends upon the lens. So like it depends upon the mu and angle subtended, all that one. Or if you're getting confusion, so that this mu what will happen, you can also bring it like this here. But usually one object will be there. We never go for comparison. So therefore, you can also do like this. So in books, they didn't suggest it. So that they went for like this only, the diagram. I'll stick on to the book idea. This one. So like that, I'll find out the limit of resolution. So when the high EV is able to see the two distinct objects produced by this lens, when dx is less than dx dash. And now, if you remove the lens open, the eye says, I'm unable to see it. Okay, I think now able to get this. Human eye says that I'm able to see two objects. I'm able to see two objects. So this is happening because the limit of resolution is what, like less than dx dash. How to calculate the dx dash? I know separation. I know at what distance this particular object is kept from the lens. No, without this lens. Okay, if there is a I'll place this eye very near so that you will. No, this eye is here. You ask this eye, no. He says that I'm unable to see the two objects. I'm seeing one object only. Now tell me, like, what is the problem here now? What is the problem? The eye is having poor resolving power. By keeping the lens open, we are increasing the resolving power. So when do the eye will say after using the lens? Only when the limit of resolution provided by the lens, if it is less than that of the dx, that one dx dash, then it says, I says yes, I'm able to see now. If he removes lens, he says that I'm unable to see it. Like this, for simple microscope, we define the reciprocal of this will become the resolving power. Okay, so the same concept is expanded for microscope here. Compound microscope, or just you can write only microscope. Then again, what is the criteria for microscope? If there are two objects are there, where if the eye say that I'm unable to see those two objects, then what happens when you see through microscope, if you're able to see means, then what you can say that the microscope is able to resolve, the microscope is able to resolve it. I'll start with the small diagram. Okay, I think I'll show the only one lens. There are two lenses are there, no? Okay, we'll keep it. This is objective. Eyepiece lens. So if it forms an image, this is called like this. Then you can say that the microscope is what happened, able to resolve it, no? Then if it forms only one image, sir, how come two objects if they're kept and still you are saying one image? As it can happen. There's a microscope overall. Objective and eyepiece are there. So this is f naught. This is eyepiece. Then here what will happen as you keep on decrease the distance. Then at one position, what will happen? It will form only one image. As you keep on increase the distance, as we are able to see the two images. Even for the microscope, the same problem. So there is some conditions there. So that will define now the limit of resolution. So what is the limit of resolution for a microscope? That the reciprocal of that will become the resolving power. I think just only the formulas are very, very important. The rest of theory now I almost explained it. Shall I write formula for resolution limit or limit of resolution? I'll give one more diagram. This is eyepiece. This is objective. This is say some insect. Which has to be viewed, and here I'll take a bulb. Source of light. FO, FE, that one. Okay, so sorry, this is FE. This is FO. This is objective lens. This is eyepiece lens. And here is human eye. So now what is this? Again, the formula, the angle, the half cone angle subtended by it. This, let me call phi. And there's a refractive index of medium, mu. Usually liquid will be filled up here. So the limit of revolution, so we'll define like this. It is the smallest distance between, it is smaller distance between 2 point objects at which they can be just resolved by the same simple microscope only formula. I'm bringing it here. So that is dx, I'll write it. So there should be lambda by 2 mu sine theta, mu of medium. There's a medium. Huh? So where that medium between the objective and the specimen, this is called like a, rather than object, I'll call specimen. What is mu m? Ri of medium filled between objective lens and a specimen, not between the lenses. Huh? Between the lens is of no use. So this is one thing it's brought here. Lower the limit of resolution. If lower the limit of resolution, greater the resolving power. Lower the limit of, then what is resolving power? The reciprocal of that is what we'll call resolving power. This is a resolving power. So what is RP equal to 1 by dx? So this should be equal to 2 mu m sine phi, no, it is. Where that mu m sine phi is called as a numerical aperture. Numerical apertures. Tell me like, hey, what shall I do? So resolving power should be high, no? Limit of resolution should be low. Resolving power should be, for resolving power to be high, if I don't bring any medium between the objective lens and the specimen, mu will be 1. Resolving power will decrease here. And what about this? The half cone angle subtended by the specimen at the objective lens. Half cone angle. Okay, if you want, you can write one more phi here. So that'll be easy for you. Half cone angle. Tell me, shall I bring it, the specimen, shall I bring it near to the objective or far away from objective? If I bring it nearer, sine phi value will increase, no? Resolving power will increase here. So I think all of you know microscope, this will be kept on some stand, no? Where you are able to move, no? And you can also move the objective. High piece will be fixed here. Objective, you can move it. And this particular thing, the specimen itself, you can move it. What is the lambda now? What is the lambda? Lambda is light emitted by what, like a specimen. All specimens will not be luminous, no? So therefore, I'm going to illuminate it by a source of light. So what shall I prefer? Shall I go for blue light? So what are the things we can produce here? Yellow, blue, these are the, so, and red. So VIBGYOR, if you take it, so in that what happened, the blue color light, what happened is what practically I'm able to produce it. And also therefore in the microscope, what happened, I'll illuminate by blue color light the specimen. From below, what happened, it'll be kept on glass. Am I right? The specimen will be kept on a glass. And from the behind, what happened, I'll illuminate it. So that will, so lower the lambda, greater the resolving power. I'm able to see things clearly. Again, the idea is like this only here again. Again, the basic idea is like this. So the resolving power, again, there's a limit of resolution. So now, so what is that, like a window, the microscope will produce only one image if it is having a poor resolution or poor resolving power, or limit of resolution is very poor. So therefore, when designing microscope, it has to be taken care here. Okay, able to make it out. So there's one core idea of this one. I think I could have shown the derivation is not there for syllabus. I need around some 1 hour to bring this particular thing. So we have to take help of this diagram only by applying ray optics, everything, and again going for definition of like a diffraction. That one. So we can derive this. It's, I think it's not there in NCERT book also. Okay, in future, any time permits, I'll show it. How this has come. So telescope, no problem, because directly what happened, the objective of telescope will behave like a slit of diffraction experiment. So therefore directly we are able to write it. Here we have to bring in, we are supposed to show proof. Because of time constraints, I'm directly wrote this one. So these are the, I think directly they may give these values, they may ask you. So, or they may test you with a limit of resolution. Tell me like a where that this separation dx. So shall I say dx is what this one, no? So how you have to check it now? I think I gave earlier one more diagram. Yeah, it is like this. Similar, the same approach of simple microscope only. Two objects which are there, okay, that will be given for us. And the limit of resolution you are able to calculate. When the lens will able to resolve, when the limit of resolution of the lens, if it is less than the separation between the objects, it will resolve. If the limit of resolution of the instrument, if it less than, if it greater than the separation, the lens, what happen, the instrument is unable to resolve. For microscope, you have to think like this. Got the idea? So these are the, I think the numericals will be this much only, directly straightforward. They give separation between the objects. Then calculate the limit of resolution. What this limit of resolution depends upon? The wavelength of light, lambda will be given. The mu is what? Between the object and the lens here, this particular medium. So here, if you write here, if it is the air, then it will become 1. If the medium here, if it is air, then it become 1. And this off cone angle. So that depends upon the, like a radius of the lens. Okay, no. If I increase the focal length of objective, what will happen to the magnifying power? Telescope. Let's come to the telescope. If I increase the focal length of the telescope, I think this is what FO, no? This is FE. If I increase the focal length of telescope, objective length of the telescope, what will happen to the resolving power? Nothing will happen. Only magnifying power will increase. What is the magnifying power? Usually the telescope is used in the normal mode, no? FO by FE. If you increase focal length, magnifying power will increase. Resolving power will not increase. But if you increase the radius, you look at this, if you increase the radius, diameter, then the resolution limit will decrease, no? Then resolving power will increase. So therefore, that's why the telescope, what happen, usually of large aperture are preferred. So tell me, what is important, resolving power or magnifying power? I think I have this explanation for you. So here what happen, resolving power, and look at the magnifying power. So I'm magnifying it, no doubt here, you can see now. But what is the use of this magnification, where you are unable to say like a how eyes are looking? So what matters a lot? Resolving power matters a lot, no? So you look at this one. Here also I'm producing magnifying power. No, I'm about to say no. How is the eyes? Oh, okay, fine, good. So then resolving power, magnifying power. Which one should be given priority? The resolving power. Though you magnify it, you are unable to say anything about the image, then poor resolving power. So therefore, to improve the resolving power, what I should do? The telescope of large aperture should be preferred. Large aperture means diameter. So here I'll put the conditions. Telescope must have high resolving power. They solve that one. If you increase the focal length, f naught increases, magnifying power increases, resolving power remains constant. Nothing will happen to that. So therefore now, what type of telescopes you are going to prefer, like telescope of aperture. So how to bring the aperture? Suppose say there's a spherical glass is there. If I cut it here, then for another say same sphere, I'll draw a neat one. Okay, there's a glass sphere. How to bring a lens? How to bring a lens emptying? So I'm having a glass sphere. So I want the convex lens, or I can even go for plano convex lens. No? I'm going to cut the glass sphere here. Another thing, I'm going to cut the glass sphere here. Definitely, what is the radius of curvature of both? It's same, no? R. Radius of curvature, but what is the aperture? Which one is having more aperture? This one is having more aperture. The second one, you look at this distance and this distance. So this is the D1. No, like a telescope which is fitted by this. And what is the objective? The focal length is same, f naught, which depends on r by mu minus 1. Am I right? R by mu minus 1. So plano convex lens. So both are having now same focal length. F naught, F naught. But what is the problem? This is having high aperture. So if I take this part of the lens and if I fit to telescope, it's having a high aperture. It's like because of large aperture or good resolving power. What about this? Poor resolving power. So therefore you check the telescope when you're buying no objective lens. You should look at the shape. You can't just buy the color, design, and take selfie nearby it by appearance. That's why I'm telling this one. We need background. You can't just go and purchase telescope like that. So like what you should do, you should look at the objective lens, not eyepiece lens. So what is the focal length is same, but the aperture here less, here more. So this will have more resolving power. So when you're purchasing telescope, you have to see that the aperture. So usually what they do, how thick it is, because the thickness matters, no? Because of that aperture increases, so how thick it is. So like this will happen professionally, we have to be alert when purchasing the telescopes here. If I use this part of lens to make a telescope, as good resolving power will come. Okay, I think now I'm shading it. This is what will be fitted. As the objective of this part of lens, this part of spherical glass will become a lens and that will become objective lens. So any of the way of asking question, not like just some question answer, they may test you with these things also, because in a lab it is there. You are supposed to see telescope in a lab. Since you are not going to see, no, so it's a part of syllabus, so they can be asked here. So if I take it, if I manufacture telescope using this lens, poor resolving power, but same magnifying power, both will offer same magnifying power. But this will have high resolution, this will have less poor resolution, or this resolution of this will be more than this. So shall I put like this? So there's a telescope, there's a lens, RP2 greater than RP1. Both are having same magnifying power. This is objective. When it becomes objective of the telescope, when it becomes, this section will become objective of telescope. Okay, some questions are there. I'll upload it today. I think this one. The advanced, I don't know. I'm not getting time. What to do? Like, personally, anything is there, you can send in WhatsApp. That's all. No? Or on Monday, we'll discuss the advanced paper. Because I think from Monday, we'll go for revision. No? On Monday, I'll discuss if you are. Okay, on Monday, we'll discuss the paper. Okay, I'll wind up the class. Okay, thank you all of you. Okay, thank all of you. College will be opened for few set of sections, and may not be for everyone, because it will be open for any one section, and the remaining sections will go for online. I think so, because everyone cannot be accommodated. And that I think they give from November 3rd week something. No? So still we are not very sure what are the consequences, everything will be opened or not, everything, that one. Okay, we'll wait. But maybe rotation basis will come.